morning, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. This is a damn cool car. This is a Honda Civic 1.5 turbo VTEC with a CVT gearbox. Some people like automatics, some people don't. I like this because a number of reasons. One of the first ones being I am getting seriously lazy these days and changing gears isn't as much fun as it used to be in everyday kind of situations. So sometimes I just like to cruise. However, this car is all about performance. So while I like to cruise in kind of normal situations, whenever I get the chance, I do like to floor the car as well and see what it's like in terms of performance. CVT gearbox is brilliant because in the normal manual you go first and you go to second, and there is going to be a lag in the turbo, whereas this one, once you floor it, it just pulls on. And between, let's say, simulated gear changes with the CVT, it never loses boost, so it actually feels like it pulls quicker than the manual. So it means basically I can cruise up to my stop sign here, nice and civilized, wait for the traffic to go, and then when it's safe, back into D for a little bit more aggression, and for fun, I can floor the car. 100 kilometers an hour. Some people are skeptical when it comes to performance on cars like this, sometimes through the CVT gearbox. Don't take my word for it, come try it yourself. I honestly can say to you, it is great crack. First gear actually goes a little bit further in terms of the speed that you achieve, and when it goes into second, it doesn't lose lag, the turbo doesn't lag, so basically it continues pulling along. So in some ways it's more crack than the manual. But the great thing is, when you're finished messing around, you can still go back in and just cruise and sit there in D, and that is really invaluable, I think. Then again, however, if you're an idiot like me, you're going to spend most of your time in D, having the crack. The other thing I like about it as well, there's paddles, so it gives you a more involving kind of experience. So when you're kind of, say like this, we're coming up to a junction, sometimes, yeah, I hit the brake, but I also want to go down, choose simulated gears. And we're back into first, which means then I can floor the car first, simulated, second, and third, and fourth. It's just much more enjoyable. So continuing on, let's check out the exterior of this mega cool car. This is what is called a brilliant sport blue in terms of colour. It really stands out. The car just came down from Honda headquarters. I pulled it into the workshop there this morning, and so many people looked at it and said that's a really nice colour. So let's face it, they can't all be wrong, but it is. It actually looks very, very nice in this brilliant sport blue, and the black accents all the way around really make it as well. So details up front that I really like in the car. Check out these headlamps. So daytime runners with LED dipped headlamps, as well as LED full lamps, and also LED indicators. Even the fog lights in this car are actually LED as well. Other nice things in the front of this car are, check out the little lip skirts on the front, because this is the 1.5, and also these wheels. They're a diamond cut wheel, and in the sun like this, or artificial light at night, they have a lovely reflective diamond cut finish. The black skirts also continue all the way down the side of the vehicle, just to give it a lower stance. And the skirts also continue all the way down the rear, and we have this lovely dual exit, which is a very distinctive exhaust on the rear. And continuing with the theme, tail lamps are also LED, just like the front of the vehicle. I don't care who you are, that is a stunning looking vehicle. And we managed to get the little sign in the background. There you go, little free advertising for you. We won't even charge you for that one. The exhaust in the rear of the car, it is actually functional, but it has a small little hum, so it's not too loud. So when you're driving the car, you know there's something a little bit special about this car, but it's not in your way. If you're driving up and down the road, it's not going to draw attention, but it's nice just to have that little hum when you start it. That is a cool looking car. Anyway, let's keep looking around. The boot in these cars, quite large, and actually, one thing that's really cool on them is this, which folds out of the way, and then you end up with such a massively accessible boot. I promise you, if you want to put loads of stuff in the rear of a car, these are a massive boot. I've done it twice on holidays for the last 2 years. They're really good. When you actually fold down the seats, which is very, very simple, you end up with a load area that is comparable to a light commercial vehicle. So if you're still with me, I hope you're starting to see that this car is damn cool looking. It goes really well in terms of power, and it's got some nice features. In terms of the rear, those two spoilers there, air actually travels off the back of that car down through those spoilers in a really aerodynamic fashion. That is the idea. And then parking sensors are standard across the back of the car, as being standard on the front of the car. So the engine in these cars is a VTEC turbo engine 1.5, which is 182 horsepower. This car is serious fun to drive, don't take my word for it, come try it yourself, but 182 accessible horsepower in a VTEC turbo engine, it is fun. I really enjoy driving this car, but what I really like about these as well is their road tax is actually simple enough, it's straightforward at €270, and the other thing as well is they're actually easy on fuel. These cars all day long are 6 or so litres per 100 kilometres, which is very good for 182 horsepower in a petrol engine. The keys also got some pretty cool functionality on it as well. So basically from the lock and unlock buttons you can control the lights, because the lights are automated, so at night time they come on themselves when you come out and open up the car. The other thing about it is as well, you can control the windows and the wing mirrors. So what I mean is, first of all, we can unlock the car and that's going to bring our headlights on. Secondly then, if we move around and we want to open up the windows on a really warm day before we get into the car, we can hold it down and they come back down from the key. Or similarly, if I want, I can hit the lock button and they start to retract, and watch my wing mirrors, they will also retract as well. So moving into the back of the car, there is a tweeter up here, there's nice brushed aluminium on the doors, there is a speaker down low, child locks over here, and electrics for windows. In terms of the seats themselves, there is 3 head restraints, there is 3 3-point safety belts, there's Isofix on this side, there's Isofix on the other side, there is an armrest / referee that goes in between people in the back, and after that then there is kangaroo pockets in through the centre. And in terms of size, if you were curious as to what kind of headroom is the back of these, at 6 foot I still have that kind of space over my head, so it's quite good and it's quite a nice place to be. So from a point of view as a passenger, if you're sitting in the back of one of these, there's still plenty of visibility around the place that you can see out, and your rear windows are privacy in this case. When we get into the front of the car, this is exactly what we see. So from point of view, oops, my hands are a bit dirty. Over here, so we close this, we get electrics for windows and mirrors in through here. Down through here, then we functionality for front and rear parking sensors. We can wash our headlights in through here. Over here we have a couple of features I'm going to point out as we go, right? So just get them out of the way. If you're still with me, fair play to you. Collision mitigation, under 32 kilometers an hour. You don't touch the brake, this car is going to try and stop you. There is cruise control, but it's radar guided. What I mean by that is basically when you're driving up the road, somebody's in front of you, if they slow down, and especially in this automatic car, all the way to 0, this car will slow down and will not drive into the back of them. So it's really, really handy. There is lane keep assist, so it's trying to keep you within the lanes by manipulating the steering wheel. After that then, things like headlights are automated, so they come on at night, but they also dip when you meet traffic, and they also go to full when it's a country area, and the wipers are automatic, so they come on once they sense rain up on the windscreen. So from a point of view sitting in the car, once we start the car over through here, this is the startup sequence we get on the clocks. Car starts up. After that then we have fuel over here, we have temperature over here, and revolution counter in through the centre over through here. Off the steering wheel, as you're looking at it, you are going to see, basically this is the kind of visibility first of all you're going to have. So windscreen's nice and big. This is exactly what you're going to see. Over here then, wipers are automated from here. We have cruise control in down through here, and as we said, that was radar guided, and your lane keep function in through here. Over here we have controls then for radio and Bluetooth, and this trip information manipulates information up in the screen, which I'm going to show you in a sec. Automatic lights are in through there, and these are the paddles I talked about earlier, so down the gears, and also on this side we're going to go up the gears. As we move over towards the centre, we'll see Honda Connect and heating in a sec. So as we said, there was a trip computer in through the centre. This one up here is always going to tell us the current speed zone that we're in. This in here then we can toggle the information through things like navigation, servicing, fuel, all that kind of stuff, but my favourite one along through here is the turbo meter to tell you exactly where the turbocharger's at. So again, keeping with the point of view, over here then we have the Honda Connect system. So if we move into that, it is touch and swipe. This is navigation for Garmin. This over here, so we go into it, obviously we get the big Garmin screen. After that then, audio information as to where your music is coming from. So in terms of your music, Spotify, you can stream it. So you're going to stream via Bluetooth, or you're going to play music via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, or you're going to plug it into the USB as well. After that then, trip information's in through here. Mobile phone is worked from there, but as we saw already, it works from the steering wheel too. After that then, general settings, smartphone connection, which is going to be your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, which is taking all the information from your phone, putting it up on the screen, which means you can use all the stuff there, and it's really cool as well because you can use Google Maps. Staying focused on the screen for a sec, our climate is in through there, so it's all touch and swipe, and it is about 1,000,000 degrees in the car, so I'm going to turn it onto there for a minute. Air conditioning on or off, and then after that we have these hard buttons for temperature on different sides of the car, front and rear windscreen demister, and all that kind of stuff in through there. Over through here, a little bit awkward, I'll be dead straight with you where they put it. I wish they would have put it somewhere else, but HDMI is in through there, another USB connector, 12 volt over through there, and then after that as we look down through the center, we have another armrest, which also contains a USB connector in through here, storage in through here, 2 drinks holders here. This is front and rear, moves backwards and forwards in terms of the armrest, and this is the gear stick that we were talking about. Apologies earlier in the video, I kept saying D when I meant to say S. So aggressive driving, we're into S. D is for normal comfort driving, neutral, reverse, and reverse also links to our parking sensors and reverse camera. The sensors also obviously make noise. The camera is visible, and in through here then we've different settings as to what way we want the camera. So overall, that is a quick rundown. I wish it was quicker, so sorry, and thank you for bearing with me. One thing I forgot to tell you, there's aluminium pedals down there as well, so they look pretty damn nice. Anyway, so this car is available. It's ex-Honda headquarters car, so there's a really good discount off the car, and the mileage is very low on the car as well. It's really nice condition. If the car is of interest, please do give me a call. Brian is my name. Any trade-in you have, no problem. I can give you information before you travel over the phone. Give me a shout. I'll give you an idea of what you're looking at. Finance information, I can run through that with you over the phone as well. There's going to be a warranty on this car when you leave here. There's going to be manufacturer's warranty actually on the car, and there's going to be roadside assist as well. And if you want a super cool looking car, this is such a nice vehicle. Cool colour. I love the black on the outside. I love the 1.5. I love the exhaust. I love the headlamps. There's such a nice car, and the automatic, do not be put off by the automatic from the point of view. If you thought, for anyone that wants automatic, they know the crack already. If you were somebody who's going, oh, no way, I only want a manual car, try one of these. We have people that have switched across after they drove them. They're really good because you can still have fun, and I actually think if you put them side by side, the way it gets through, the lag doesn't drop between kind of simulated gears. I actually think it might be quicker than the manual, but it is definitely more economical because on long runs, with a kind of simulated 7-speed, it's ticking over lower. It's all good, I promise you. It's a more expensive car to buy for a reason in the first place, but there's a good discount on this one. So hopefully the car is of interest. Hopefully the video has been useful. Thanks for taking time to watch. That is the fastest I've ever talked.